அருகாமையிலிருந்து தொலைவிலிருந்து வந்திருக்கக்கூடிய எல்லா அன்பு நண்பர்களுக்கும் என்னுடைய வணக்கத்தை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றேன். வேறு வேறு மாநிலத்திலிருந்து வேறு நாட்டிலிருந்து வந்திருக்கக்கூடிய நண்பர்களுக்காக என்னுடைய உரையை ஆங்கிலத்தில் வைத்துக் கொள்கின்றேன். நம்முடைய தாய்மொழி தமிழிலிருந்து ஆங்கிலத்திற்கு என்னுடைய உரையை மாற்றிக்கொள்கின்றேன் உங்களுடைய அனுமதியோடு. I pay my respects to all the eminent people in this wonderful gathering who have come from Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka and different parts of our country, and especially to the President of Lugi, Ayya Gurumurthy avargal, Secretary General Praveen avargal, Mr. Henry Chang, who was kind enough to come all the way from his home country, the current AFINSA chairman, the trustee of SNR, Sundara Ramakrishnan avargal, President Emeritus Venkata Subramaniam avargal, chairman of the event Jayachandran avargal, chairman of Lugi Trust Varadarajan avargal, அருமை சகோதரர் தினகரன் அவர்கள், சகோதரர் யுவராஜ் அவர்கள், சகோதரர் கண்ணன் அவர்கள், and to all the wonderful people who are here, I pay my compliments and respects to you. One of the wonderful Tamil author and a very inspiring orator, Marabin Maindan Muttaiya avargal just spoke before me. In his mellifluous voice, anybody who is listening to Marabin Maindan Muttaiya, to his voice in Tamil will know how beautiful our language Tamil is. We just have to listen to him for 10 minutes in his voice. I am extremely delighted to know Ayya Marabin Maindan Muttaiya avargal has compiled this book from English to Tamil, and today we all had the privilege of publishing வாடிக்கையாளர்களை வசப்படுத்துங்கள், written by and also the thoughts of the great P. Srinivasan Ayya avargal. And I had the privilege and honor of reading this book. This book was given to me about 2-3 weeks back. I went through the whole book. I read the whole book before coming here. It is only my bad luck I couldn't meet this great man when he was alive. But I had the privilege of writing about him sometime back in my Facebook and Twitter about this great man. This great man, he came to my attention in some form. There is a person called P. Srinivasan who has professionalized the whole insurance people, who has founded Lugi, an inspiring orator, a life coach, a motivational speaker, who is able to get the best out of human beings. When it came to me, I researched him. I wrote about him in my social media under the title called Ariyapadada Arisiya Manidargal. I made an effort to showcase some of the greatest human beings who voluntarily chose not to come out. Some people said, I'm not going to come out in the media limelight. And some, because of the unique profession, they were not known to other professions. So it was my great honor to introduce P. Srinivasan Ayya through my social media some time back, but only by bad luck I couldn't meet him. I also understand this meeting is also a somber meeting. After the passing away of P. Srinivasan Ayya, this meeting is happening. And the last meeting happened in Sri Lanka, and today you all have decided to go ahead with the meeting without the physical presence of Srinivasan Ayya, but always his blessings is there from the heavens to Lugi, from the energy I could feel when I came into this hall. Also, I like to apologize to some of our members. When I came in, they were trying to take a picture of mine. And only considering the seriousness of the meeting and giving respect to P. Srinivasan Ayya, I requested people not to take a picture when I came in. If somebody is hurt, I apologize to them. நான் உள்ள வரும்போது சில பேர் போட்டோ எடுக்கணும்னு சொன்னீங்க, வேண்டாம் என்று சொல்லிவிட்டு வந்தேன். காரணம் ஐயா பி. ஸ்ரீனிவாசன் அவர்களுக்கு மரியாதை கொடுப்பதற்காக மட்டும்தான் அப்படி சொல்லிவிட்டு வந்தேன். காரணம், இந்த நிகழ்ச்சி இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் சிறப்பாக அவருடைய ஞாபகமாக இது நடக்க வேண்டும் என்று நீங்கள் எப்படி விருப்பப்படுகிறீர்களோ அதற்கு ஒரு விருந்தினராக நானும் உறுதுணையாக இருக்க வேண்டும் என்கின்ற ஒற்றை கருத்தில் நானும் இருக்கின்றேன். காரணம், ஒரு தலைவர் மறந்த பிறகு நடக்கக்கூடிய முதல் மீட்டிங் என்பது அந்த தலைவருடைய எண்ணத்தை இன்னும் ஆழமாக எடுத்துச் செல்வதற்கான ஒரு மீட்டிங்காகத்தான் எப்போ நான் பார்ப்பேன். இன்றிலிருந்து நடக்கக்கூடிய எல்லா மீட்டிங்காக இருக்கட்டும், எதாக இருந்தாலும் கூட பி. ஸ்ரீனிவாசன் ஐயாவுடைய தாட்ஸ், அவருடைய ரைட்டிங்ஸ், அவருடைய ஸ்பீச்சஸ், அதை இன்னும் ஆழமாக எடுத்து செல்லும் அளவுக்கு அந்த மீட்டிங் இருக்க வேண்டும் என்பது என்னுடைய அன்பு வேண்டுகோள். இங்கு இருக்கக்கூடிய எல்லா தலைவர்களும் கூட அதை சிறப்பாக செய்ய வேண்டும் என்று முடிவு செய்திருக்கின்றீர்கள். அதற்காக என்னுடைய வாழ்த்துக்களையும் பாராட்டுகளையும் தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றேன். அதுதான் உலகமும் கூட. ஒரு தலைவன் வந்த பிறகு, once the leader is born, once the leader rises, once the leader makes thousands and hundreds of thousands of other leaders, then naturally the leaders will fade away. And today it is that kind of an occasion where P. Srinivasan Ayyaji is no more as a leader, but he has created hundreds and thousands of leaders here. He has professionalized the whole concept and he has given his thoughts to all the people. I am sure you all will rise up in the coming years as some of the greatest leaders in our insurance industry and go on to serve our poor people, people in villages, our agriculturists, people from different professions, different walks of life, and finally a great country of Bharat. So that I am very sure, I completely believe the life insurance market or insurance market as a whole is only the tip of an iceberg. 1956, 9 years after our independence, we decided to nationalize the insurance companies. In the year 1956, when the government of India at that point of time decided to bring the Life Insurance Corporation Act on September 1, 1956, India had to do a miracle then. We had to consolidate 245 insurance companies at one shot. We had to consolidate a lot of provident societies into a single entity. And the government of India at that point of time, when the LIC came into existence, it has to put a seed capital of 5 crore. Nowhere in the world, by consolidating 245 insurance companies and certain provident societies, a behemoth, a large company was formed, with the government itself contributing a seed fund of 5 crore in 1956. So Life Insurance Corporation, it came under that circumstance. Till 2000, LIC had a free run for 44 years. It was a monopoly and no private sector entities was allowed, and LIC was the only company operating in the market serving our customers. If we again go back to the foundation of life insurance in our country, India, we can very well see the first life insurance company that was started in our country happened 207 years before. We are in 2025. The first life insurance company, it was started in 1818 by Vipin Das Gupta, the company called Oriental Life Insurance Company. It was only meant to serve the Europeans at that point of time in 1818. In 1870, which is 52 years after the creation of a company for the Europeans, a native company meant to serve Indians was created in 1870 as the Bombay Mutual Life Assurance Society. So it's a long history. And all the great people who are here, brothers and sisters who are inside this hall, and you are part of a long legacy starting in 1818, the native company in 1870, 1956, the merging of 254 entities, and 2025, very firmly we can say, you all associated with one of the behemoths of the world. And the Life Insurance Corporation is not a normal company. The market capitalization is $65 billion. It is the 17th largest company in the world. It is such big a company. If you look at the numbers and metrics, it is one of the best performing companies. Even now, with a lot of private insurance companies inside our country from 2000. We have SBI Life Insurance, again a government company. We have HDFC Life Insurance. We have ICICI Prudential. We have Max Financial, the other top 5, the other top 4. But if you look at Life Insurance Corporation, even now, it maintains 65% market share. It is not a joke. But the company, 25 years after the country is open to a lot of private sector, that to many of these private sector companies, they bring money, the foreign capital, from different great companies across the world. Despite having huge number of money at your command, a premium they bring into the market, but still, Life Insurance Corporation is able to maintain 65% market share is only because of people like you. My long story, I want to cut it short and come to you because it is people like you. In my own village, I see a LIC person, an agent like you, walking into a village where none of us understand what is a life insurance, patiently sitting with us, explaining to us why we have to take life insurance. You have educated us. Your first job, all the wonderful people in this audience, you educate us. You educate a literate, educate an illiterate. It's not, in India, doesn't mean a literate people is knowledgeable and illiterate people is not knowledgeable. அங்கிருந்து உங்க வேலையை ஆரம்பித்து ஒரு கிராமமாக ஒரு வீடாக மக்களை சந்திச்சு படிப்படியாக ஒரு இன்சூரன்ஸ் அவங்களுக்கு கொடுத்து இன்னைக்கு எல்லோருக்கும் வாழ்க்கையில ஒரு பாதுகாப்பு அளித்து லைஃப் இன்சூரன்ஸ் கார்பரேஷன் நிறுவனத்தையும் வளர்த்து தாங்களும் வளர்ந்து எனக்கு இந்தியாவில் எல்ஐசி என்கின்ற ஒரு மாபெரும் நிறுவனத்தை உருவாக்கி இருக்கின்றீர்கள் என்றால் அது முழு பெருமை இங்கு இருக்கக்கூடிய மனிதர்களுக்கு, குறிப்பாக லுகியில் அங்கம் வைக்கக்கூடிய உங்கள் அனைவருக்கும் சாரும் என்கின்ற கருத்தை இந்த அரங்கத்திலே நான் வைக்க வேண்டும் என்று விரும்புகின்றேன். And I'm not going to stop there as well. And all these agents and all of you at a point of time, we need a leader to guide us. I'm a farmer. I'm a very proud farmer. So normally we do sheep rearing. In our farm also, when we have sheep, when my father and mother have this problem, there are 50-60 sheep, but it is not listening to anybody. We smartly see the 2 or 3 sheep which is the leader among that. We try to control the 2 to 3 sheep. அந்த ஷீப்பை பிடிச்சி கழுத்துல ஏதாச்சும் மாட்டுவோம், காலுக்கு கட்டு போட்டுடுவோம். அந்த ஒரு ஆட்டை கண்ட்ரோல் பண்ணும் பொழுது முழு ஆடும் கண்ட்ரோலுக்கு வரும். வேலையை முட்டாது, வேலையை உடைக்காது, போகாது. ஆடாக இருந்தாலும் கூட அதற்கு ஒரு தலைவர் தேவைப்படுகின்றார். ஆடாக இருந்தாலும் ஒரு தலைவர், அது சொல்றதா எல்லாமே கேட்கும். ஒரு எலிபென்ட் பாத்தீங்கன்னா கூட்டமா வந்தாலும் ஒரு தலைவன் இருப்பாங்க. ஆனா நம் மனிதர்கள் ஆறறிவு இருக்கக்கூடியவர்கள், ஒரு முக்கியமான வேலை செய்பவர்கள். நமக்கு ஒரு தலைவன் தேவைப்படுகின்றான். சரி என்ன என்று சொல்வதற்கு ஒரு தலைவன் தேவைப்படுகின்றான். தவறு செய்தாலும் கூட முகத்துல நீங்கள் செய்வது தவறு என்று சொல்வதை தைரியமாக சொல்வதற்கு ஒரு தலைவன் தேவைப்படுகின்றான். இன்னைக்கு தலைவர்கள்னாவே நல்லது மட்டும் பேசுவாங்க, பூசாம அப்படியே பேசுவாங்க. நம்ம யாரும் கூட வருத்தப்படக்கூடாதுன்னு பேசுவாங்க. அவங்க தலைவர்கள் கிடையாது. நல்ல தலைவர்கள்னா நம்ம செய்யற தப்பையும் சொல்லணும், சரியும் சொல்லணும். இந்த புத்தகத்தை படிக்கும் பொழுது சீனிவாசன் ஐயா is one of the greatest leader because he lived by example, he educated, not only that he corrected, not only that he led. இந்த 4 விஷயங்களையும் ஒரு சேர செய்த ஒரு மனிதர். அதற்கு இந்த புக்ல முத்தையா ஐயா அவர்கள் இந்த புத்தகத்தில் ஆரம்பத்திலே இருக்கு. I think all of you will read this book. And Srinivasan Ayya goes back to 1959-60. 1959-60. When he was working in Tirupattur as a block development officer's office, one day he couldn't file his monthly report on time. And his senior, who goes by the name in the same office, N.S. Gurusan, he called him. He said, why you don't file this report today? We are talking of 65 years before. He says, no, I had some fever, I'm very sorry, I couldn't file the report. He said, if by having fever, if you are able to find time and file this report, you are not going to die. Fever is not going to kill you. That was an epiphanic moment in P. Srinivasan Ayya's life, where his boss as a leader was able to correct him. That is the greatness of this person. He never said in this book is God. He said, even I had fault, somebody corrected me. So I became a leader. Now it is my duty to correct somebody. So he led by this noble ability to lead, to give positive thoughts and also to do self-correction. That was an epiphanic moment where he decided, no, laziness should not have any chapter in my life. He said in 1960, I will not have laziness in my life. சோம்பேறித்தனம் என்பது என்னுடைய வாழ்க்கையில் இருக்கக்கூடாது என்பது 1960 முடிவெடுத்தான். Again in the introduction he says, in Islamic college when he studied, when he was playing a sport, his coach called him. I'm seeing you, but I'm not seeing some sort of electricity in you. For the basketball, I'm not seeing some sort of electricity in you. You are coming, you are putting the ball in the basket, you are going. When you asked him what is that electricity, he said that electricity should come from your face, should come from your body. It is your total involvement with respect to what you do. I want to see that electricity, that fire. He said that basketball coach, he taught me to bring my best version wherever I go, to bring that fire into whatever I do. பாருங்க எவ்வளவு பெரிய மனிதர், எங்கிருந்தெல்லாம் கத்துக்கிறார். ஒரு பிசிக்கல் எஜுகேஷன் டீச்சர் சொல்லக்கூடியதுல கத்துக்கிறாங்க. பிளாக் டெவலப்மெண்ட் ஆஃபீஸர் ஆக இருக்கும் பொழுது, ஆஃபீஸர் இல்லைங்க, அலுவலகத்தில் இருக்கும் பொழுது அதனுடைய தலைவர். இதெல்லாம் சொல்லி 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 ஒரு டைம்லெஸ் கேப்சூலாக தன்னுடைய வாழ்க்கை வாழ்ந்தது சொல்றாங்க. When I read through this book, my mind also went back to one of the recent book I read by John Carlin about Nelson Mandela. So I could relate a lot of things in Nelson Mandela ji's earlier life and P. Srinivasan ji's life. We all know Nelson Mandela. For a long time he was incarcerated in a prison, and post his release, after a year and a half, South Africa conducted a free and fair election. He became the president. And this John Carlin is a Spanish guy, a journalist, who wanted to interview Nelson Mandela. He went to his office after he was released from prison, after he became president. So Nelson Mandela ji called him. He was sitting inside the room, and there was a lady, a white lady, who walked into the room carrying coffee. Nelson Mandela stood up, went towards that lady, got that cup of coffee, gave it to John Corley. After 10 minutes, the lady came back to take back the cup of coffee. Again, Nelson Mandela stood up, took that cup of coffee, arranged everything in that tray, gave it to that lady, went till that lady, opened the door, see off that lady. John Corlin asked Nelson Mandela, is this a new lady in your office? Because the previous president is F.W. de Klerk. Does this lady serve the white government then? Or is it a new person? You have changed everybody in government. You brought a new person into your office. And Nelson Mandela ji said, I haven't changed a single person. All these people, they work for the previous white government. In the same office, they decided I should be in jail for 28 years. I should be in solitary confinement in Robben Island for 19 years. The same lady served as a secretary to the previous president when he was in jail. When I came out, the same lady is serving me, I am serving her. Later, the lady, couple of years later, she said, Nelson Mandela is one of the greatest human beings I've served in my life. Now we have to understand the power of a leader. Now, when I read through the Srinivas Ayya's book, a leader by his conduct and character can change any human being in whom he or she comes into touch and contact. நீங்க பாருங்க, ஒரு தலைவன் எந்த மனிதனோடு தன்னுடைய தொடர்பில் இருக்கக்கூடிய மனிதனோடு தன்னுடைய நடத்தையின் மூலமாக, தன்னுடைய பேச்சின் மூலமாக, தன்னுடைய சிந்தனையின் மூலமாக எந்த மனிதனையும் மாற்ற முடியும் என்பதற்கு நெல்சன் மண்டேலா ஒரு உதாரணம். அலுவலகத்தில் இருக்கக்கூடிய செயலாளர், அதுதான் இந்த ஸ்ரீனிவாசன் ஐயாவுடைய புத்தகத்தில் படிக்கும் பொழுது என் கண் முன்னால் பல இடத்துல வந்துச்சு. தன்னுடைய நடத்தையின் காரணமாக, பேச்சின் காரணமாக, தன்னுடைய சிந்தனையின் காரணமாக ஒருவரா மாத்தி இந்த லுகி என்கின்ற அமைப்பை பாருங்க. அவர் 1960 லைஃப் இன்சூரன்ஸ் கார்பரேஷன் ஆஃப் இந்தியா இண்டிபெண்டன்ட் ஏஜென்ட்டாக உள்ள வந்தாங்க. This is only 4 years after the nationalization of life insurance corporation. அதன் பிறகு 55 years of continuous service in the insurance industry. ஒரு விஷயத்தையும் பார்க்கும் பொழுது founder of Life Underwriters Guild of India, Lugi, because of which all of us are sitting in this room, I am standing in this room, he was very instrumental in making sure we all participate in the $1 million Roundtable MDRT. He attended his first MDRT convention in Toronto in 1987. தேடல் பாருங்க ஒரு மனிதனுக்கு. Search for knowledge, search for excellence, which took him all across the world. He went to Toronto. Why did he go to Toronto? He went to Toronto to see how the best in the business are. The best in the business, how are they? When I see through his life again, Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway, every year they do an annual meeting. The Berkshire Hathaway shareholders are called to a place in US. All of them assemble. Even if you have one share of Berkshire Hathaway, you can attend that meeting. So Warren Buffett sits in that meeting. It will be 60,000 people in that hall. 60,000 people. And to listen to Warren Buffett for 2-3 hours or 4 hours, anybody in the audience can stand up and ask a question. What is their investment philosophy? Why did they put money in Coca-Cola? Why did they put money in Apple? So everything Warren Buffett will explain so that it will benefit someone. Lot of people throughout their life, they save money to take one plane ticket to go to that meeting and sit and listen to Warren Buffett and come out. If we decide we have to be the best in the business, we got to search for the best people in the world, go rub our shoulders with them and come back. Only then we become best in what we do. ஸ்ரீனிவாசன் ஐயாவுடைய வாழ்க்கையை பார்க்கும் பொழுது கண்டினியூஸா அது இருக்குதுங்க. கண்டினியூஸா செக்ரட்டரி ஆஃப் AP FINSA, Asia Pacific Financial Service Association, because of this the great Henry is here, 2005 and 7. Chairman of AP FINSA in 2007-9. The first Indian to get this honor, comprising 11 countries. And more importantly, a leader should have ethics in his bone, in his blood. They can speak anything and get away and walk away. But if they don't have ethics, it is not possible for somebody like P. Srinivasan ji for survive for 55 years in the market, acknowledged as a leader, where some of you I know you treat him as a father. Some of the agents have spoken in Pongu region and Tirupur and Coimbatore. You treat him like a father. That is a zone many people can't go. Leader is okay. Somebody whom I admire is okay. You believe somebody is your family member. That is the next level. And you treat somebody as your father. Next level. To that level, if you are able to get him, because he was so ethical in his approach. He was dead against mis-selling in the insurance market. He always wanted people to give what the customers wanted, not we want to the customer. That is one of the greatest quality. In fact, he pushed the Insurance Regulatory Development Authority, IRDA, by his continuous writings. He wanted IRDA to do continuous education, where no mis-selling in the market happens. So very ethical, very prompt. And he was so good in what he wanted to do professionally. So all of us in suit tie in Chennai weather. It doesn't matter. A lot of people will ask me, oh, Chennai weather, you veti setta kattitu varanum. Why you are coming in a suit and tie? Because you believe in your mind, you are serving the global market. When we believe in our mind, I am serving the global market, we got to look like a global citizen. Veti sala mukkiyanda, namma paramariya udai. Kandipa podum. Adhe nerathila tie, or coat suit neenga podreenga. Even for a normal Lugi meeting, I've seen a couple of meeting photographs. You all come smartly dressed, so crisp, so professional, only because this man has taught all of us how to speak, how to dress, how to talk, how to communicate, how to sell. That is why it is impossible to replace this great man. But some people, after they die, their thoughts become so powerful, it will keep their memories alive. So I am very sure P. Srinivasan Ayya's memory will continue to stay with us for a long, long time. It will continue to shape up a lot of great people here who will become leaders in their own field and become a guide. And also compliments to some of you, because you have shown to the world what Indian insurance market can do. With a lot of curiosity, I was watching the LIC IPO in May 2022 with a 3.5% divestment of LIC, 3.5% divestment into the stock market. We were able to raise 21,000 crore as a price band of 902 to 949 rupees. If you look at the valuation of LIC, at the listed value, LIC became a 6 lakh crore company. Sadharana value. 1956, a company was created. In the 2022, the IPO rate, 6 lakh crore company you created. Asset under management is 57 trillion. Every year we are growing at an average of 6.47%. 2025, this year, January 20, LIC set a new Guinness World Record for selling the most number of insurance policy in one day. In 24 hours, all of you with your combined hard work, you were able to sell 5,88,107 policy by 4,52,000 agents. ஒரே நாள்ல 5,88,000 policy. It's a Guinness record nobody can beat. At the same time, we also have to acknowledge LIC is the only company from India in the top 20 insurance company in the world. There are 4 others from Asia. So 5 from Asia, LIC is from India. But if you look at the top company in the USA, in the world, the number 1 company, it has got a market cap of $334 billion. We are at $65 billion. So it only shows American market for a population of 30 crore. And in an international market, the company called United Health from USA is operating at $334 billion for a population of 143 crore. A rising country, a very powerful country, where middle classes is just opening up. We are at 65 billion. So it only gives a notice to all of you that we have a long way to go still. And we are only at the tip of the iceberg. And LIC as a company and insurance as a market, still it can exponentially grow. Exponential growth is 10%, sir. Normally big countries can't grow at 10% exponentially. We are only warming up now. I look forward to a day when we as a country, LIC as a company, we become the number 1 insurance company in the world. So right now the American company is at 334 billion.
probably 15-20 years from now, when LIC hits $500 billion as a market cap, that is the day all of us are looking forward with your strong hard work. Last but not the least, I've come here, but I don't want to talk politics, but I want to say something to you because you are the guardians of insurance market, you are the guardians of LIC. It is only important this great institution is preserved. This great institution is protected. And LIC as a company, all the premium we pay for the LIC, a 65% market share company, which has got a lot of foreign competitors from outside the country, foreign money coming into the country. And any bad news about LIC, we should not tolerate it. We should not allow any deep state to tarnish the reputation of LIC because LIC is the only thing my grandmother who studied till second class will know the name. LIC is the only name my mother who has studied till 6th class, that is the only name my mother will know. Because these are the people whose trust in LIC has brought LIC to where it is now. People in the village, like my own mother, my own grandmother, insurance, they say LIC. And recent reports of a deep state attack on LIC saying that LIC is a part of a crony capitalism trying to put money into a corporate company like Adani, trying to save Adani is nonsense. And that we got to go aggressively against anybody who's trying to set a narrative to damage the reputation of a great institution. We got to nip it in the bud. If you look at the Life Insurance Corporation as a company, in the year 2014, the total money Life Insurance Corporation was able to put into stock market and bonds in 2014 was 1,56,000 lakh crore. 1,56,000 crore, 2014. In 2025, in the month of September, Life Insurance Corporation has put 15,64,000 crore into stock market and bonds. So you can imagine from 1,56,000 crore to a company like LNC is putting 15 lakh crore into stock markets. Not only that, LIC has invested into 351 listed companies. 351 stock market listed company LIC has put money into those companies because LIC has to have revenue. Only if it gets revenue from the best performing company in the market, it can give money back to me whenever I get into trouble after paying a premium. If you look at it, Reliance Industries, LIC owns 6.94% in Reliance Industries at a cost of 1,33,000 crore. LIC owns 15.86% in ITC. LIC has invested 82,800 crore. In HDFC Bank, LIC owns 4.89%, investing 64,254 crore. In State Bank of India, LIC owns 9.59%, investing 79,000 crore. In Tata Consultancy Services, LIC is owning 5.02%, investing 5.7 lakh crore. I'm just giving you data of all the top companies in India, what is LIC is holding. LIC also holds 4% in Adani, investing 60,000 crore. Where is 60,000 crore? Where is 1,33,000 crore in Reliance? Where is 82,000 crore in ITC? Where is 64,000 crore in HDFC? Where is 79,000 crore in SBI? Where is 5.7 lakh crore in TCS? When a company invests everywhere, wherever it finds a premium, in 351 listed companies, it takes profit from it. It has to serve you and me as a customer. Suddenly an American newspaper, Washington Post, it picks only the investment in Adani. Does the Washington Post know after the LIC has invested into Adani ports, LIC has put in May 2025 into Adani ports 5,000 crore, which is $570 million. After we have put, because at that point of time, Adani port even now is a AAA rated company. We didn't give, the international rating agencies gave AAA rated to Adani port. And LIC as a company, it will put the money where the premium is there. After LIC has put money into Adani, does the Washington Post know Apollo Global Wealth Management, one of the tallest, largest operator in US, it put $750 million into Adani. After LIC put $550 million, the US Athena, which runs the Apollo Global Management, it put 6,650 crore, 750 million into the Mumbai airport, which is run by Adani, the new Mumbai airport. Largest banks from Japan, Mizuho, MUFC, German's largest bank, DC Bank, BlackRock Investments, DBS Bank from Germany, DS Bank, Rabo Bank, all those companies have put money into Adani in the last 8 months. Across the world, from Japan, from Germany, from America, from Europe, they see a value in some company, they put it. But LIC putting money into Adani, somebody has got a problem. Now you understand why the deep state wants to target LIC. Because by targeting LIC, by closing LIC, they want to open the floodgates for a lot of people to enter the Indian insurance market. It is my duty as a public person to tell wherever I go. It is your duty as the guardians of LIC to refute with facts. Refute with facts to say what is at stake, what is happening, where is our country. That is why I firmly believe the coming years will still be great for LIC because 2024-25, LIC made a profit of 48,151 crore as a net profit, which is 18% higher than the previous year. We all want LIC to grow bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, probably becomes the world's largest insurance company. Create millionaires out of you. There should be an incentive. And we want a lot of millionaires, a lot of crorepathies, a lot of billionaires sitting among you, and large number of LIC agents. The Lugi to become much bigger, enter into the northern part of India also in a big way, enter into eastern and northeastern part of India also in a big way, make Lugi better. At the same time, when Henry Changji has come all the way from there, and Henry Changji will also understand after a point of time, even if it is 11 countries that is part of the forum, but India and LIC should have the lion's share in that forum. So that should be our goal to reach. We are not competitor for anybody. We only want our country to grow. We only want our people to grow. We only want to create millionaires and crorepathies among you, because through you, insurance will percolate more into the market. So I hope and pray the coming years, the leaders of Lugi, you all will do great work, keeping the memory of Srinivasan Ayya alive, and continue to guide our country, continue to guide the insurance industry, continue to guide the LIC also in emerging as a world-class organization. I take this opportunity to respectfully pay my regards to the family members of Srinivasan Ji who are here. I was able to meet Srinivasan Ji's daughter and his son. I pay my sincere condolences for passing away of this giant man, and also for all the great people here. Srinivasan Ji has touched you in some way, he has changed you in some way, he has shaped you in some way. Let us keep his memories alive. And also to Marabin Maindan Muttaiya avargal for giving a wonderful Tamil translation to P. Srinivasan Ji's thoughts. Thank you so much. It is only the greatness of him. He refused to have even a small name somewhere in the book as a translator. That clearly shows how great our Marabin Maindan Muttaiya is. And also, a disciple of Srinivasan Ayya, where he didn't want his name in any part of the book, where he felt he doesn't deserve it. That is a great quality. I pay my respects to you, sir, and all the wonderful gentlemen and all the ladies who are here, and all the people who have come from different parts of our country. Thank you so much. Nalladhu nadakattum. Vaalvu valamudan.